Time to talk winners and losers with our financial expert, Rob Black, on a Monday morning. Rob, what are those markets looking like?
Yeah, they're holding in there. And sometimes I say sideways isn't always down. There's a lot of hope that a deal is going to be struck soon between Iran and the United States. The longer there's no deal, the more this likely won't hold. We're 2% from our all-time highs on the S&P 500. So it's amazing resilience. But we got to get a deal soon. Otherwise, the market's going to start to loosen up and maybe slide a little bit lower. Goldman Sachs is a loser today, pulling the Dow Jones Industrial down. But it was a great quarter. We just started earnings season, so you and I are going to be talking through our first earnings season in the next couple of days.
Okay, looking forward to that for sure. I'm wearing tomato red today, and you say that there is tomato inflation.
Yeah, this was kind of crazy. Remember
Weird.
A couple of years ago, eggs spiked from about $3 a dozen to like $7 or $8 a dozen?
Yes.
Tomatoes, 2/3 of American tomatoes come from Mexico. So we eat a lot of tomatoes, obviously. Prices are up 15% month to month, up 22% year over year for tomatoes. They've jumped from $1.90 a pound to $2.26 a pound. 17% tariffs on all things coming out of Mexico. Thanks to Donald Trump, that hurts tomatoes a lot. But on top of it, the diesel price fuel, because we have to bring them from the fields to our stores, as well as the fertilizer, which is what we're planting, basically now for more and more tomatoes. So fertilizer prices up, diesel prices up, tariffs up, tomato prices are up.
I was just talking this weekend about how much I'm looking forward to summer tomato season. That's one of my favorite little snacks over the summertime is sliced up tomato with a little pepper. Delicious, but something I'll have to maybe save a little bit more for to buy my tomatoes this summer. Next thing, we're talking about Rory McIlroy. He's probably not stressing about the price of tomatoes.
Yeah, I don't think so. He got the green jacket again at Augusta this weekend. So back-to-back, that's rare. Rory McIlroy, Irish, 4.5 million in winnings this year. Last year, he won 4.2 million. So that's a nice little bit of wage inflation there. Back when Tiger Woods won it in 2001, he only got $1 million. So 2.5 times in earnings since 2001. So that tells you the prize pool for golf is continuing to climb.
Well, he was winning, and shopping at the Masters tournament in general was a big win over the weekend, huh?
I was really shocked by this story, and it kind of made me smile a little bit. Only 0.1% qualify somehow. We don't even know how to qualify to get into the Masters.
Right.
As a club, it's a club of 300 exclusive people. So this weekend was the end of the tournament, but for the whole week, they opened up to the public. Public aren't allowed there 51 weeks of the year. Their pro shop pulls in a ton of money because it's so exclusive. There's nothing sold online with their brand on it. So whether it's golf gear, beach towels, $88 sweatshirts, $50 gnome, lawn gnomes, which are wildly popular, they're going on eBay for hundreds of dollars. It's wild to see. 1 week only, this store pulls in $70 million, and that's about $16,000 a minute in retail sales. Oddly enough, their concessions, Noel, are pretty cheap. For a chicken sandwich, a soda, and the chips, it's under $7. So tickets are $100 to $140, but you have to get it in a lottery. So I'm going to try to get the lottery next year just so I can resell them on StubHub for $1,500. I can't imagine paying that for a sporting event.
That is a crazy, that's basically like a Super Bowl ticket.
It's getting up there. Super Bowls are now $5,000 to $7,000, but
oh, wow.
It's all random, and it just feels like sporting events are for the uber wealthy and no longer for the average man.
Yeah, like you said, though, the Masters has never really been for the average person. It usually has been for, that top echelon of people who love golf and are part of the group.
Not a lot of women or not a lot of people of color in that club.
Yeah, very true, very true. Finally here, let's talk box office. Super Mario Galaxy, I did see it over the weekend, so I added to this money that they've been making at the box office. They're doing pretty good still. I
saw Project Hail Mary, so between us, we're helping the theater economy.
Are.
So Super Mario Galaxy, $629 million worldwide. That's amazing for 2 weeks. Domestically, it's pulled in $308 million. The studios are co-studios Universal and Illumination. Illumination does the Minions. They make animated stuff that people want to see. $110 million to produce, $629 million worldwide so far. I'd call that a big winner. Summer movie season starts in May, which I remember when I was, 16 to 25. That was just the best time ever. Of note, You, Me, and Tuscany, a romantic show for the ladies. 80% of the audience were women. Haley Berry and Rajan Page, or whatever.
Regé-Jean Page.
Thank you. From Bridgerton.
Yep.
That pulled in, a respectable $8 million, but it just shows you how big of a difference between first and fourth there are. Project Hail Mary for Amazon MGM pulled in another $24 million, so that's up to $510 million. I thought I was going to cry in it. Noelle, I didn't cry, but I was close.
In Project Hail Mary?
Yeah.
I hear it's really good and that it's also pretty funny and that it's just a really good movie overall. It is on my list. I feel like everything that's in the top 5 this weekend are on my list to see. So
Ryan Gosling is incredibly likable.
Always has been. Always has been. Even when he was a liability in Remember the Titans. But if you know what I'm talking about, you do. You don't? Oh, you got to watch Remember the Titans. That was his big breakout.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a long time ago with Denzel Washington, right?
Yeah, 2000, I want to say, but one of my favorites and where Ryan Gosling got put on the map. So
my high school played that high school, and they killed us every year in football.
Really? Well,
yeah.
I mean, you got to watch the film if you want a little nostalgia then, I guess, for you. Rob, always a pleasure. Check him out on all that info there at the bottom of your screen.